Hey everybody, I hit a pretty big snag and I have to redo the unboxing video, and it's not gonna be much of an unboxing because I've already unboxed everything, and FLV file apparently had a back compression and I couldn't, yeah. So now I gotta start over again, but it's all good. Let's switch over to camera 2 and let's move the screen back. There you go. And let's bring the wonderful items that I've received back to the stage. Okay, the first item that was out of the box was the VR Shinecon unit, virtual reality glasses. It's very sturdy. It has all the regular components of VR units, and it came with a manual, a nice, very strong, sturdy strap, and I really like that because I've been using the Android cardboard, and I mean it does the trick, but it's better to have something this sturdy. And the kicker is it comes with a controller. It's small. This definitely gonna give me blisters for playing for long hours, but I like the way the buttons are spaced and everything seems to be nice and gravy. Cool. All right, on to the next one. Oh, gotta get the box out of the way. On to the next one. Now, this one was very neat. I really like the packaging, so that's why I brought the packaging back out. And it has a little bit of Velcro. You open it, and it's a shame that video got destroyed, but the headphones were nicely displayed on this side, and it just made it really special. And you can unhook it from here and opens up, and everything comes in this nifty little bag, the Jabees. And let's open her up, because I tucked everything neatly away. Let's see. Go, make sure the logo is open, so I'm doing my job. And put the central charger port, USB micro. Yep, USB micro. And nifty, very small, very compact, nice and soft, so that's not gonna hurt my ears. And it comes with multiple earbuds, so you can keep testing until you find the one that works for you. All right, so now we're putting everything back together. I'm trying to keep this video under 7 minutes, which last time I did it was not under 7 minutes. So I think this is just like my second try, right? And now for the second headset that I received. The packaging was very bland, because that's what it came in. So the packaging was very bland. There was no real indication of what was inside except for, okay, it's a headphone, but it made it seem like it was a regular, solid over-the-ears earmuff headphones. But they're actually earbuds. So that would be one thing I would suggest for them to change on, because they felt like they just got a generic box. But the case of this is neat. It's nice and sturdy. It's definitely gonna protect it on the inside. And I like the look of this. It's bulky. I'm a big guy, so I kind of like bulky stuff. And they're light, very light. And the controls, I've noticed, were raised at, you can kind of see it. See, they're uneven. They're uneven, so that way when you feel them, you can actually tell which button you're pressing. There's only on one side, and the controls are very simple. Turn it on, connect to Bluetooth, and then reduce and increase volume, which is really what you need, because most of everything else is pretty much controlled on, nowadays, our smartwatches. Charging cable, the standard micro, and a whole bunch of earbuds, so you can make sure you have the right one. Because having the right one can definitely ruin your auditory experience. Having the wrong one, I mean. Yeah, because if you don't take the time to try them all, then they're gonna be slipping out of your ear. You're gonna be fighting with it the entire time, and it's gonna be an unpleasant situation. And that's not what you want. And one last view, the case, the B-Land headphones. The one thing I was really excited about is this guy. Now, why do I have my Apple Pen out? Is because I do graphic design on my tablet. And look at this. When I work with this, I have the fine point. I can do my fine point like markers, straight line with a crayon, and I simulate all of that. But the one thing that I have never truly been able to simulate is a true brush, because this doesn't cover the area that you're brushing over unless the brush is small. So this company, and I gotta show it to you, created the brush style touch pen. It's very nifty, and it has the quintessential touch, the fat touch, so that way it works on all tablets. And when you open it, there's the magic. It's a brush. So I intend to definitely use it, because I do a lot of work on my tablet when it comes to graphics. And if this works like they promise it that it works, it's gonna be a great addition to my graphic design tools. Yeah, because it's supposed to work on all surfaces, just like this fat touch right there. Yeah, I'm really excited about this little nifty tool right here. Yeah, and I also notice the brush will spread very easily, so you have to make sure you properly guide it back into the sheath or the scabbard, whatever you want to call it, the cap. And then I'm also excited about is the tactical pen. Yeah, and the tactical pen, I definitely need a couple of days to set this up, because in order to truly test it against what it claims that it can do, I literally have to go someplace where I'm allowed to break windows, car windows, and that's gonna be pretty epic. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna break just one, I'm gonna break multiple ones. And there it is, the tactical pen. And this is not the ballpoint pen, this is the striking point, where you deliver all the force. And then the pin is on the inside, you unscrew it, and you can tell that they purposely made the cap longer than the pin to protect the pin, so that way it doesn't destroy or doesn't get forced back in when you're striking whatever you're striking. This is definitely a weapon, believe it or not. This is a really good weapon. You can, well, not paralyze, but temporarily numb somebody if you hit them quite right on, especially if you aim for arteries or nerve points in the thighs and the ribs and the arms. And you can definitely paralyze somebody momentarily, so that way, or numb them momentarily, so that way you can get out of the way. And if you fall into water, God forbid, with your vehicle, you can strike with this and it will break the window. And if any of you are familiar with the principle of pressure is basically how much force is applied on per square inch on a surface area. So what makes this very cool and will guarantee a break if you strike it just right is because it has a very small surface area. So if you do the math, you will realize that the same punch or force you do with a punch to a window that won't break it will actually break this, because you're translating that entire force that is applying on a large surface area into a very small surface area, which makes it freaking large, man. Which makes it freaking large, makes a huge difference. Yeah, the smaller the surface area, the larger the pressure that is applied on that surface area. So yeah, so this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna get a junkyard where I can go test this out and get permission, and we're gonna go break some glass. Oh, look at that, I didn't notice. It has an LED, neato. Okay, the plan is to actually just unbox everything today, then set up the time for me to do the actual review, and I will review the product based on what the creators claim, and then after that I will review it based on other tools that I've used. Now the nifty thing about this is that I am a soldier. So I've used different tactical equipment that we use to escape vehicles when we have to do an underwater egress. It's just a fancy way of getting out to say, get out of the car as fast as you can. So this is gonna be nifty, and I have some reference point to how well what we have in the military works. And if this works about the same, then I will definitely give it many thumbs up, because this can save lives. It definitely has saved lives if this works just like what we get us green suiters what we get. But go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I would greatly appreciate that. And if you like the video, gives it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. This is what we soldiers we fight for, is for your freedom in America. So, all right, peace.